officially up for over 24 hours. And these overnighters that I'm pulling are reminiscent of my 20s, except without the alcohol and clubs. Now I'm focusing on self-wealth, personal, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical development. And so here we are at 4 a.m. in lovely Arizona, and we are working on I'm in the office. See, I turned my room into a bedroom, mindful space, and office. And I would show you, but it's too dark because it's 4 o'clock in the morning and the sun is not up yet. But I wanted to pop on and show you a little bit of my what I'm working on right now. So, on my office wall here, I've got my motivations, my goals. I've got my goals up here, which I never really had goals before or dreams because I didn't even know who I was before. So, not to say that I didn't have any goals, but nothing like what's happening right now. So I've got my goals up here, my questions to myself, like how can I do this? And then just some motivational things, my daily goals list, so I can check off and so I can really see that I'm doing something every day to make a difference towards my dream. And then my daily personal and spiritual evolution development, I'm calling it, because I have to have a big title for what I'm doing. But it's just that's books that I'm reading or websites to go to, different things like that. My own personal list here. So I've got like my lucid dreaming 101, money knowledge, mentor videos, to get my TEFL certification. I got my YouTube University stuff on there. Different things like that. Creating art every day, earthing, sun gazing, creating my evolution of self program. And then, things like getting on my IG and Facebook page, the hummingbird and the dragonfly page, and posting inspirational things and things of that nature. So I've got my little office set up over here with my little title of energy alchemist over here. I'm gonna make some business cards soon. We'll see how that goes. But so I wanted to get on and just like go over a few of these notes here because it's inspirational to myself, so I hope that it will be inspirational to some of you. So one of the things I have written down here is when you observe wealth, what is your first thought? And then to be observant of this and to evolve your thoughts as necessary. So all that means basically is like when you see something that you consider wealth, like let's say is a car, just for an example, you see a car, is your first thought, oh man, must be nice to have that, or oh man, I could never afford that. That is you're pushing the wealth away from you. When you say, if you know, now that you are aware and observant of the thoughts that you're having when you see the wealth, you can evolve those thoughts when necessary. So when you have the low density thoughts, you can then say, oh wait, how can I get that car? Or that's a badass ride and I'm gonna have one. So just change it up to the higher vibration. The next thing on here, you can't see because it's backwards, but the next thing on here is you are the major key to your better future. And I have that in parentheses, I have in tune, in alignment, and in accord. Because when we're in tune, then it's a beautiful sound, right? It's a beautiful thing that's happening in the universe. But you're the key to that. You're the key to getting in tune, and not that you're the only key, but you are the major key, because you will attract to you people who will assist you and aid you and help you, but only you can direct your future the way you want it to go. So you're the major key. So tune it well. Then I have on here that there's these low density low density emotions, I call them, like fear, anger, anxiety, and self-pity. When you're having those, which is like the winter season of your emotions, you can pause, breathe, become present in the moment through a meditation on gratitude. So even if you can't get out into your beautiful nature space and sit down and earth and ground yourself that way, and sit down and do 20, 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90-minute meditation, you can ground yourself in the present moment by pausing and saying, I feel this way, instead of saying, I am angry, or I'm so depressed, or I'm anxious, I have anxiety, or feeling sorry for yourself. Just, I'm so sad, I'm so this, I'm so that. You are not your emotions. You are feeling them. And no one's ever going to go through life without feeling these low density vibrations. You're not going to go through life and just always be blissful and always be healthy, happy, whole. But you can be aware and in control of your reactions and your emotions. So you can feel them. That's natural. That lets you know I'm alive. So that's the first thing you can do, is say, oh, then you can focus on the gratitude. Thank you for this emotion to let me know that I'm alive. Now let me get to the root of it and go from there. So you can actually evolve your emotions. The other side of that is when you're feeling excitement or bliss or happiness or inspiration, and that's when you need to focus and create. So that's when you tap into that imagination, and really, when you're in that, I feel excited, I feel inspired, I feel happy. That's when you take action. That's when you want to take the action to create. So sit in that and think of your goals, and go ahead and sit and think of the house that you want, and feel it, or feel the car, or feel the money in your hands, whatever it is that your heart is desiring. That's a good time to focus on the feeling of it, and visualize it, and even sit down and take an action, or physically take an action. If you feel inspired to work out, get up and work out. Whatever it is, take an action, get going with it, because that's the time to do it, because that's when you're on that high vibration, and you're gonna flow. So much is gonna come out of you, that so much is gonna come back to you as well. The other side, and I'm going to have to pause this because it's getting to 10 minutes and I think I can't go over 10. So I'm going to pause it and come back. Boop.